One of the most profound lockdown lessons, leadership lessons I've learned with 2020 hindsight is the importance of staying connected. I've always known this to be true from a leadership perspective. The aloof leader, locked behind doors, not connecting and not engaging, is rarely effective. 20 years as a CEO of 6 different companies taught me the power and importance of connection. Yet this year, it has been profoundly highlighted to me and the leaders that I serve. So what do I mean by connection? I'll leave that to the venerable Brené Brown, who said, "I define connection as the energy that exists between people when they feel seen, heard, and valued, when they can give and receive without judgment, and when they derive sustenance and strength from the relationship." That is a very high bar for any commercial environment, and unfortunately not even close in most. But I think we should all be on that journey as leaders, albeit that Brown's definition is the ideal. If we don't connect with those around us, we're less effective as a team. Often we can be left behind by more connected competitors. One thing that I have noticed in companies of low connection is the paralysis of stakeholders. If we're not connected as a leader, people are often reluctant to engage and make decisions, leading to paralysis. This is often seen in complex environments where there is misalignment due to the lack of clarity through minimal communication. But if we do stay connected as leaders, we gain alignment, build trust, and sustainable, productive relationships. These things culminate in higher productivity. So whether you think being connected is altruistic or not, productivity results. The great reformer and member of the social reformer Clapham sect, William Wilberforce, it's a mouthful, is known for his part in ridding England and ultimately the larger British Empire of the scourge of slavery. Wilberforce was very good friends with William Pitt, Prime Minister of the time. He approached Pitt in order to get his proposed anti-slavery legislation tabled. Pitt said to him, "We're at war with France, I've no time for your distractions," or words to that effect. Wilberforce was of course bitterly disappointed, but purely out of a respect for his relationship with Pitt, he held his tongue, even with such an important topic dear to his heart as abolition. 3 years later, Pitt approached Wilberforce and said, "Okay, tell me what we should do about slavery. The rest, as they say, is history." Wilberforce counted relationship above cause. He wanted to stay connected rather than push his point. Given the somewhat polarized nature of political and social issues in the last 12 months and the vitriol which those positions have been stated, I think there's some important lessons to be learned here. A strong connection between a CEO and their team is critical for any kind of constructive progress. Remaining connected, building relationship, understanding each individual in your team, and having clear, constructive, consistent dialogue were all highlighted in the time of crisis we've experienced. Leaders who are not connected and remained disconnected have really struggled to be effective in such a dynamic environment. The trouble with communication, as they say, is the illusion that it's taken place. Plus, in the absence of good communication, people will always assume the worst, so we might as well be transparent and stay connected. My 2020 hindsight leadership lesson from lockdown is, if we stay connected, we can move faster and go further.